So basically, I made my hobby into a high rise from just shooting from my iPhone. Like literally, just my iPhone. No crazy lighting gear or extra equipment, no extra lenses, just the iPhone. Hi guys, my name is Nita. I'm a professional iPhone photographer here in Nashville, Tennessee. I shoot everything on my iPhone. I literally made my iPhone photography into a hobby back in 2018, and then it became a full-time career, and it's 2023. And I'm here to talk about how I made my hobby help me move into a high rise. So hobby to high rise. I'm so grateful for this opportunity and how, I want to say simple, but obviously the art of it is not simple, but it's a lot easier than using your camera. I always tell people when you compare the camera to the iPhone or the mobile photography, I compare it to like a car. Like camera is like a stick shift in a car, and you have more control over the features, a better feel for it too. And then with the phone, it's like point A to B, like automatic vehicle. Like we don't have to do the craziness that you have to do with a stick shift. So that's what I mean by simple. It gets you from point A to B. When I have to take photos, it takes me from point A to B. It's pretty good with the automatic mode. So, I mean, that's why my photos turn out so great. Anyways, I am originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I moved here to Nashville originally to go to school for music business, got my minor in marketing. I had no experience in photography. I know what? I literally always had the passion to make a difference in the entertainment scene. And so when COVID happened, I was originally making plans to work in a label, and I actually didn't have really good content for my social media, but I could not afford a camera or a photographer to follow me around and get good content for my social media to be taken seriously in the entertainment world. So I ended up getting the portrait mode iPhone because at the time Android didn't have portrait mode, and I was an Android faithful user for the longest. Switched to that, and then I started taking practice photos of myself to have good photos on my Instagram, and then I started taking photos of other people. And that's how I got into iPhone photography, to get good quality content in general. When COVID hit, I made my hobby for fun as a side hustle while I was doing other jobs. When I just completely quit my main job because I was doing
not door-on-door marketing sales stuff, and that sucked.
I literally just put my all into making my hobby into a good side hustle in the meanwhile. As time went on, I started getting really good clients, endless clients, and then word of mouth happened and social media happened, and sure enough, I started getting more clients. And so that side hustle turned into a career, which I'm ever so thankful for. Then that career started making me really good money, where I was making more money than serving jobs. Now I'm living in a high rise. And luckily, living here in Nashville, it's more reasonably priced than LA, Chicago, and New York. So it's not as expensive living in a high rise as your average city like Chicago, LA, and all them. This gave me a great opportunity to move into one of my favorite places that I've always wanted to live when I was a kid, low key. I always kind of want to live in like a high rise, penthouse, whatever, or a mansion. I was cool with whatever looked successful. As an iPhone photographer, I shot many people, from kids to adults, anyone and anybody. I'm drawing a blank. Nah, but I've shot 400 plus clients, including musicians, influencers, artists, models, creatives, kids, families, weddings, strip clubs, anything you can think of. I shot it with just the iPhone. I even work with Lazy Boy Furniture on the side, providing them content for their social media. Product photography for sure, car photography, guitar photography. I shot everything and anything you can think of, and it's such an awesome opportunity. Even hotels and condos, apartments, I've shot it. So I have not shot, I probably haven't shot anything. I even landscape stuff, like even sports. So it's endless. I've done it all. And luckily I was able to get a great experience from all those shoots that I've done. And again, no extra huge big lightings required. It's all pretty much natural lighting that I've done. Many of my photos featured in newspapers, articles, magazines. I had my work shown on the billboard for a week here in Nashville. I was on the news 3 times this year so far. I've done plenty of podcasts, but interested in doing plenty more. I've even done seminars with just being an iPhone photographer in such a short amount of time. Do you know anybody else that shoots on their iPhone for a living, made into a career, moved into a high rise, and speak to people to use the tool they already have. That's me. I've even traveled with the money that I've made through iPhone photography and took trips to like New York and LA for business, really. Just so cool to say that I was able to do that with the funds that I made from shooting from my phone. Where I used to live in an apartment complex that was kind of basic and, your average everyday kind of like family oriented type area. When I graduated from college, I was happy to be close to the city. That's all I cared about. 15 minutes away, awesome, dope. Because the majority of my shoots were downtown in the city, and I had so many friends there too as well, so it was like convenient to be closer to Nashville. And the area that I was in was not so bad. It was like pretty decent. I felt it was up on a hill and had a like apartment complex, like, community area, so it was kind of nice. I felt like even that was kind of nice, So obviously moving from there to the high rise, oh gosh, such a huge difference. I love where I live and it's amazing. I was very appreciative of where I lived though at the same time, because it was cool that I could walk my dog everywhere in the community. It was, again, family oriented. There was crime, there was cars being, got stuff stolen out of and whatnot. Again, it was a really good experience though. I was very grateful for it. I actually had no intentions to move at the time. I was planning on staying there even longer just to save money. But I knew that this was the right time to move because I needed that push. I needed that drive to elevate my life, because that's what I'm all about, elevating. The only way you're going to grow is if you're putting yourself around people that are better than you, And so that's, not that I'm saying I was better than those people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be in a better environment to grow. And so that's exactly what I've been doing so far. And I've gotten so much out of living in a high rise. A lot of people probably say, like, why would you live in somewhere that's kind of like a smallish apartment in a high rise? Like, who cares? Like, that's not enough room. Well, that's the thing. You don't want to be in an area where it's spacious and comfortable. I am not in a place in my life right now where I'm comfortable. I want to keep growing. So being here makes me want to keep growing. And it's all I really need. It's a good necessity. And also if I'm traveling, like, again, I want to come back to something where I'm like, I love being here, but I still got room to grow. I still want something where I'm like, I want to get to a point where I'm like, yes, I want to keep growing. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten some good opportunities being here. Being here sells itself. Like being an iPhone photographer saying like, I live in a high rise now, people look at you different, or they take you more seriously. Like, wait, what? She's able to actually provide a nice funding for herself. So it makes me really good in the business world, especially when I'm networking, And so it feels good to be taken seriously in my career. I've met some really cool people. I've also got hired for a project by meeting someone that is an investor here. And that gave me a really cool opportunity to do photos for athletes, fitness instructors, and yoga instructors. It was awesome. Like just being able to be in that environment and also be hired on as an iPhone photographer specifically. While there's other photographers and videographers there, I was the iPhone photographer. It's so cool. So again, like it's given me such cool opportunities, and again, something really cool to talk about on podcasts. So I've been asked to go on podcasts, radios. So it's just such a great experience to be that person, making this trailblazing pathway for other people to do for themselves if they haven't done it already. And I'm just the person that's just trying to announce, like, man, guys, this is cool that I've done this all from an iPhone. Moving into this high rise also forced me to manage my life better. New life, new me, new era. The people who decided to leave out of my life for whatever circumstance, I kind of just let them be. And the people who I really trusted and I felt I really admired, I made sure that they were included in my life. And it's been such a great experience so far, being more to myself and fixing more on myself and only keeping the good energy around me that I need in order to keep growing and in order to just focus on the important stuff in life. I just prefer not to be around people that are like bad energy or stagnant with their life, because I don't want to be around that. I want to be around people who are moving and grooving, driven, and actually moving towards something, not moving towards nothing. So it's really good to be around people that are even better than you, because then you're like even more motivated to get yourself together and even more inspired to be better than you were the day before. So that is where my mindset has been, and I like the people that I'm around now, and I think life does that for you, where it puts you around the people that you need to be around. And again, being here has been nothing but good things so far, and great opportunities. My dreams get bigger and bigger So I'm super excited to share what's to come in the future. I'm super excited to see what's to come in the future. I have no idea, but I feel like there's going to be more better things coming my way for sure. Even being here is just so luxurious. Everything's modern, everything's new. I luckily moved into the newest high rise in downtown Nashville, where it has all the newest amenities, the stoves, the microwaves, the refrigerator, the laundry units in here. It's amazing. Like, the shower, everything's modern. I love that everything's new, and it just makes me feel good. It makes me feel really good being in an environment like that, and just getting my own furniture and just starting fresh, starting over. It feels so good to also create a place that is for me, you know? And it's just me by myself. This is the first time I've ever moved by myself. I always had a roommate. Now it's like just me. And it's just perfect. I can think for myself. I can be myself. I don't know. It sounds a little dramatic, but it's the truth. And I'm so thankful for being here. It's a game changer. I actually advise everyone to just do it, just because it just feels good. I don't know, it's just so much more to it. And then the amenities here too at this high rise is just amazing. Like, I have 2 pools on the rooftop. The upstairs lounge is amazing and dope. The 34th floor, that's like where all the cool amenities are. The gym, we have our own gym and has a view while we're working out. That's cool. Like, I think my place is cool. Like, the 34th floor is cool, and that's like the amenities that's included in our rent. So it's like awesome to have that cool, you know, usage. And I could always go up there and do YouTubes if I wanted. I might actually do that. But there's just such cool things here, especially a work lounge and even a cool little lounge too up there. And again, the people here is awesome. So it's like even better to be in an environment where everyone else is like driven and, you know, wanting to be better for themselves. That's why we're here. We're not here to settle in life. We want to be better. We want more to life. Like, we're here to grow as a unit. So I like that is this environment here. Anyways, so I am so glad that you watched my video about my hobby to high-rise lifestyle. And I'm just here to share these updates and share so much more about independence, you know, the city life. And I encourage a lot of people to just step out of their comfort zone and do something different. Because I feel like when you do that, that's like another way of growing yourself. And I've learned so much about personal development, and I feel like that's also my huge ticket to working on myself will create the blossoms to grow on the outside of me. And so far, that is what's been happening. And I want to keep letting that grow. So hopefully you learned something from what I'm sharing to you guys. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a like and a comment of your thoughts about self-development or your views on high rises. Do you think they're worth living in, or do you think this just not for me? I hope this was a cool take on my journey so far. That was interesting to hear. So feel free to watch my next videos, because I'll be posting more to share this wonderful lifestyle that I got and created for myself. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good night.